Howdy folks, and welcome back to my Jedi Knight storyline for Star Wars The Old Republic. We're following the Jedi Knight as he goes through his adventures in the leveling process, and we left off finishing up in the promenade with the invaded Republic base, and now we have our objective to end the quest, Showdown with Lord Sadic. So the first thing I'm going to do is get out of this area, and one of the things that I like to just speed things up a bit, I'm just going to go ahead and warp right to the promenade speeder point. I know I'm probably going to have to take a speeder to get to wherever this guy's at in the industrial sector, so might as well just save myself some running time. And here we are.
Vehicle pads are currently
and
open for
we're off.
business.
Man, I do like the look of this planet sometimes. I mean, it just looks like one massive casino. I know I said that a couple videos back, but it's just always true. The only thing I don't like about Star Wars sometimes is that ever since the vanilla part of the game, you don't really see a lot of life to the planet. And by that, I mean you don't really see, you know, NPCs moving around, kind of having a schedule, looking like every area looks lived in. What you do see is just a lot of things just kind of statically in place. Like all these NPCs here, they're just all pretty much static. Everything just kind of stands around, and there's a lot of empty space in between them. If you've ever played like Guild Wars 2, one of the things I like about there is that towns kind of feel alive. There's a lot of things happening, there's a lot of movement, and you kind of get the feeling that there's actual, you know, creatures that live there. And some MMOs do that really, really well. Star Wars came out a few years back, and it just didn't quite nail that. I mean, look at this. I mean, you just, even right here on this shot, you don't even really see anybody. It's just, this might as well be empty. But there's actually a lot of players here on this planet right now. There's 52 players on this particular map and instance, and tonight there'll be even more. So it's just one of those little things that I'm like, I kind of am a little jealous of some other games that do that a little bit better. But one of the coolest things that Star Wars does have is the atmosphere. And everywhere that you look, I gotta admit, I feel like BioWare did a really good job of making things that feel like it fits very well into a Star Wars universe. The droid types feel spot on. You know, the way that your bad guys and all the different outfits in the game, they just do a really, really good job of making this place look like, yeah, that everything really belongs. Whoa, I just got Alright, let's go. Fight here. I may have tried to bite off a little bit more than I can chew with trying to ride past these guys. These guys are all level 22, which is why they're just not dying in one hit. There you go. Good job, Kira. Alright, and I had taken a slightly wrong turn there anyway, so we're going to be heading up this ramp. There's a few ways around some of these guys, but we just pulled this entire group. Oh, come on, really? Him too? Oh, you know what? That actually brings up a really good point. So, one of the things you should know, when you hear me talk about aggro range, that is the distance you need to be from a mob till they notice you and want to fight you. The lower you are level-wise in comparison to the guy that you're trying to avoid, the farther you need to be. If I'm level 20 and he's 22, he is very inclined to attack me. If I'm level 22 and he's level 22, I may get a little bit more grace on the period of how close I can be to him without him attacking. The game designers recently, in one of the latest patches, changed how leveling works on planets so that, you know, every planet has a set level to it. And if you are above the level of that planet, you will get leveled down to the maximum level you can be on that planet. So, for instance, if Nar Shada's max level is 21, and you're a level 55 character, if you come to Nar Shadaa, you'll be down to level 23, just 2 levels above the max. And that's as far down as you take. So, you know, interestingly enough, aggro range, you know, it used to be that if you were a level 55 character and you were riding through Nar Shadaa, nothing would try to fight you. I mean, you could come right up and touch them, for God's sakes, and they just wouldn't hit you, just because, you know, you were so far above that level. And BioWare, they did this to make grouping and a lot of other things happen a lot easier. There was a lot of reasons to do it. I won't go over all of them here, but just kind of keep that aware for yourself. If you over-level for a planet, they will level you back down to something appropriate for that planet. All right, here we are, the Power Guard facility. All right, let's start slashing our way through.
Lightsaber jerk.
All right, yeah, we got a barrel of gas here. Let's use that. Okay, a little bit of poison. Different barrels do different things. Some use flames, others use, you know, gas. Some will freeze guys in place. Yeah, I don't know why it seems like such a good idea in some places that bad guys like to stand next to explosive barrels, but they will and they do, and so you might as well just use them. All right, let's grab that. And clicky, clicky, clicky. All right, let's do this.
You shouldn't have come. You'll make me hurt you.
What?
You already forced
Agent
me to kill
Galen?
my fellow agents. Now they're all dead.
Agent Galen? What happened to you?
When I
They made him
resist,
into Captain freaking America.
he
Look at this
always
guy.
wins.
Let me help
I'll
you,
break
man.
his control over you.
So he's now
promise.
one body size type bigger. They
He's
added
here.
in a bunch of cybernetics to his
Nothing
face,
more
and they gave him
irritating than a
scars,
Jedi
which I thought was a
will
really cool
die.
choice from BioWare to
Your
do that to
constant
him.
interruptions must end. Your former ally will be your executioner. The new Agent Galen's power is matched only by his obedience.
He could have attacked me and didn't. His will is greater than yours.
He hasn't been properly motivated yet. Galen, destroy my enemy.
No, I'd rather die.
Way to go,
Control
Agent
Factor
Galen.
6 initiated.
That sounds painful.
Neural override complete. Launching elimination protocol. Target? Jedi.
I told you. He always wins.
Not this time. Alright, so let's beat up on Agent Galen. First, we're going to take out these power guards, just so that they're out of the fight. Here we go. Alright, so Agent Galen does have one stun he can use. Just made him use it. And Kira is kicking his butt. Way to go, girl.
Stop. I'm in control. All that damage you did finally spread to the neural overrides. Only temporary, though. I can already feel my systems repairing themselves.
Tell me how to free you from the Sith's control.
Can't remove the machines without killing me. But I don't matter anymore. The Sith Lord, Lord Sadic, has the Republic's Mark III power guards, cybernetically enhanced soldiers armed with advanced weapons. Sadic plans to build hundreds more, all controlled by him, an army to conquer Nar Shadaa.
The Sith could make thousands, millions of power guards.
I can admit, that would be a
Sadic's
problem.
army in Showdown, an Imperial-controlled sector. Nastiest people on Nar Shadaa. And that's saying a lot. I'll give you the coordinates. Ah! Neural overrides.
Alright, I will
started.
give you guys a
There's nothing else to do.
tiny
Kill
spoiler
me.
here. If you manage to go through the conversation options here and save Agent Galen, then he will be with you in your final showdown with Lord Sadic. If you kill him here, obviously he won't be there. So it's up to you guys. That fight's not impossible by any stretch of the imagination, but this is a moment where you really can make a light side or dark side choice, you know, on how you want to play your character. I'm gonna go ahead and save him.
No. There must be a way to free you. Give me time to defeat Sadic.
Free me from this. Even without Sadic controlling me, I won't live like this.
Hold on, Galen. We need to face Sadic together. We're the only people who can bring him to justice for what he's done. Are you with me?
Don't know how long I can resist his commands, but I'll try. Safer if we don't travel together, just in case. I'll meet you inside Sadic's base in Shadowtown. Hurry. We don't have much time.
Alright. So this quest, instead of ending, is going to continue by chasing down Lord Sadic into Shadowtown. And Shadowtown is right over here on the map near network security access. So the fastest way to get there, most likely, is actually not to warp back to the start of the industrial sector. It would actually probably be to go to the promenade and from there take the speeder point over. So that is what I am going to do. I'm going to warp over to the promenade and then we're going to speeder over to Shadowtown. Now Shadowtown, if you guys ever played Imperial side, Shadowtown has some very cool meaning. If you've ever played the Imperial Agent. Shadowtown's actually pretty awesome. So I don't want to do too many spoilers. I'm still thinking I'm going to do an Imperial Agent storyline walkthrough, but Showdown is pretty cool, and there's a certain instance area there that houses a very, very special prisoner if you ever played the Imperial Agent storyline. So no spoilers, I promise. But yeah, I am looking forward to doing the Agent storyline again. I've already done the Agent storyline probably 4 or 5 times. It's ridiculous. A lot of people wonder, like, how could you keep leveling up in these games? How do you keep making all these new tunes? I love the story. I really do. If you're getting into Star Wars The Old Republic, it's basically 8 Knights of the Old Republic games when you level from level 1 to level 50, which is pretty amazing. And each one is a little different depending on how you like to play it. Alright, so we've got to ride all the way through this map and all the way over to here. So guys, this video may get a little long. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to go ahead and pause. I'm going to do all the driving all the way over to here, and then I'll pick up the video again. And that way you guys just don't have to sit through me driving past a bunch of bad guys. Alright guys, we're back, and man, I actually accidentally pulled this entire room, so I did have to pop heroic moment to kind of get through that. But we made it. We're in the base, and we're going to go ahead and start up this encounter. I'm going to just take a look at the shape of this room really quick. Alright, so let's get to it.
Good as new.
I did have Kira. I had to switch her into heal stance for one of those fights. These guys are all level 23, so she just gonna keep her on heal for just a few seconds, just so you can see what that's like. So, like I said, if you ever are in that situation where you're completely, you're a little under-leveled, you think you might be biting off more than you can chew for an area, then go ahead and set your companion into heal stance and just reap the benefits of that. My Kira, she's a pretty good healer right now. She'll get better as I level up more. But, alright, here we go. This looks important. So it looks like we've got Lord Sadic, who is a elite-style bad guy. We've got 2 guys to either side, Mark III Power Guards. They are both weak, despite their name and title of Mark III. Let's get to this fight.
You're strong to have made it this far, but
he's a lot bigger now.
I am more than Sith now. Much more.
He's tall.
He had to sample
I'll
his
give him
own
that.
product.
Remarkable technology. So versatile. I just calculated 17 different ways to end your life.
Calculate all you want, Sith. The Force is with me.
The Force? Is that all? A shame you'll never understand what true power feels like. Perhaps I'll add you to my army after all. Darth Angral would appreciate that. No, we'll kill you first.
That's right. Agent Galen to the rescue.
Agent Galen, still functional. Let me rectify that. Control factor 10 initiated. Obey me, or I'll tear
I find it
your
interesting that the voice
mind
actor's
apart.
Carrie Payton for Agent Galen, who played a cyborg on the show Teen Titans, and then in here plays yet another cyborg.
You're in control, Galen, not him. He has no power over you.
I have all the power. I am power. Not anymore. Never again. With the Jedi. Let's finish this.
Nice, man. Alright, let's do this fight. Don't count on Agent Galen too much, though. And usual strategy applies. We'll go ahead and hit weakness first, then we'll take out Sadic. Interrupt that. That's never good. And that's it. Agent Galen coming in as a clutch player. Alright, so where is, here we go. Special Agent Tander. I'm gonna talk to him and finish this
Don't
baby
look
up.
so surprised. It's our job to follow people. Agent Diaz planted a tracker on you back at headquarters.
Isn't that weird?
Standard
the guy who
operating
wanted
procedure.
nothing to do with this
No
planet
offense, Lieutenant.
anymore tracked you
Would have
down to
been
this
here
position.
sooner, but getting into Imperial territory without a lightsaber is complicated.
Glad I don't have to hold this base by myself.
We won't be staying long. This is Black Star Squad, a special operations team. General Varsuthra pulled in a favor with General Garza. Got him here quick. We're demolishing this location.
Too bad it
Make
wasn't
sure the
Havoc
enemy
Squad.
can't recover
That's the,
anything useful.
The trooper,
I'll stay
if you play the
down
trooper
with this
storyline,
voice.
that's their unit.
Galen?
Havoc Squad.
You've changed.
I'm dangerous. I should be destroyed.
Inside, you're the same man you've always been. A hero.
The SIS looks after its own, Galen. We'll help you.
Just get me out of here.
Lieutenant, prep this man for extraction.
Poor guy.
Sir, I've located the Power Guard files, including notes on how the Sith controlled them. Orders?
We're going
That
pure light
technology is
side on
too
this
horrible
one.
to
Even
exist.
General Varsuther said to do
Erase
it,
the
so
data.
we're gonna
I
follow
disagree,
that.
but I'm ready to be done with this. Go ahead, Agent Diaz. You should check in with General Varsuthra. We'll be right behind you. Just need to plant the incendiary charges. It was interesting working with you. Good luck.
Alrighty. Last part, we're gonna head back and use my ship's holo terminal. So fastest way back to there is actually not warping to the Duklon spaceport. It's actually going to my player house and exiting from there, which is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you that shortcut. Obviously, if you don't have a player house on Nar Shadaa, oh man, I just went to my one on Tatooine. Don't! Anyway, don't! I can still get to my ship and use the holo terminal from here too. But anyway, if you don't have player housing, then obviously you can just warp back to the Duklon spaceport and just drive over to where your ship is parked. It's not a big deal. But since if you do have a shortcut, might as well use it. That's what all the fast travel's for. So in this case, I went to my player house and just exited out. For continuity's sake, I would have liked to have used my Nar Shadaa house, but it's such a reflex to go back to my Tatooine house that that's all I did. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to run up to my console here.
Master, you'll be pleased to know I added
And
extra padding
finish
to
this
all
one
the
up.
seat cushions aboard this
We
vessel.
narrowly escaped a major disaster, General. But a lot of good people died.
Chief Raiken and his
Many that we
agents are a
didn't
terrible
see.
loss.
They happened off
What
camera.
happened to Galen? Well, at least he's alive. Just heard from Special Agent Tander. His team eradicated all trace of what happened at that Sith base. Thank you for destroying the Power Guard files. Approving that project was the biggest mistake of my career.
No, the biggest mistake of your career was letting a Sith get a high enough in office to steal all your weapon and secrets. But that's just my opinion.
Never let fear compromise your ideals.
If only it were that simple. The Republic's position on Nar Shadaa is precarious at best. Better for everyone if this operation remains classified. I'm sealing all records of what happened here. You, me, and the SIS are the only ones who know the full story.
If anyone else confronts me about this, I won't lie for you.
I'm not asking you to lie. Just use some discretion. I know you're probably exhausted, but the enemy hasn't given up. Neither can we. A major tactical advantage has just opened up, but you have to act quickly. One of Darth Angrel's closest advisors, Admiral Hacklin, asked us for asylum. He wants to defect.
Hacklin was with Angrel when he interrogated me on Ord Mantell. They seemed chummy. What changed?
I'm not sure, but the Admiral is on the run. There are unconfirmed reports Hacklin's earned a death mark.
One of Darth Angrel's top men turned traitor? It's too convenient.
Exactly. This is obviously a trap.
Hacklin wouldn't be the first high-ranking Imperial to switch sides.
By the way, this
Until
part of
we
the
know
cutscene
otherwise,
happens
we have to believe this
even
is
if you
real.
reverse the order. If you did Nar
Hero
Shadaa
obviously
first
made
and
an impression
Terra
on the Admiral
second,
at Ord
then
Mantell.
that's when
He
you'll
says
see
he'll
this
only surrender to
cutscene. It
her.
only happens once you've
I have a
completed both
bad
those
feeling
planets.
about this.
There's no time to negotiate. Admiral Hacklin's expecting you two, and no one else. I told him to wait for you at an old asteroid mining facility. I'm uploading the coordinates now.
We'll bring the Admiral in safely.
Be careful out there.
Alright guys, that's it. Showdown with Lord Sadic is in the bag. So if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and like the video and subscribe to my channel. I'd love to see you guys follow me on more videos like this. Also, I put a new player referral link in the body of every one of my videos to help encourage you guys to come on in and try out the Star Wars The Old Republic game yourself. If you're enjoying what you're seeing with the Jedi Knight, just wait until you try out some of the other character classes. It is such a blast, but for sure, this storyline is one of my favorites. And the next part that we're doing, the next part, the Defector, is one of my favorite moments in the entire story. So guys, don't miss it. I'll see you guys next time.